Hey, Perry Peacock here with Wilderness Innovation. I want to talk to you a little bit about my neck knife. I love these little neck knives. Little Boker here, very nice little Kydex sheath, kind of snap-in sheath. I like to custom make mine fit just like where I like to have it hang, right here, kind of in my sternum right here. And I also like to have a 550 Paracord as my neck cord rather than a chain or just a small cord. This is very comfortable. You don't even know that you've got it on. And I just wanted to show you how to do this. But I've made one that's very slim, very secure. It's not going anywhere, and all black, looks really nice, I think. So let me show you a little bit about how you can make one of those yourself. So let's get back to the shop and let's build one. So the first thing that you want to do with cutting parachute cord or any kind of webbing is you want to hot cut it. Or you can cut it with a knife and singe it with the flame, just to seal the ends together so they don't unravel. In our shop we've got a hot knife here, so all we do, start off, if I have a raw end, I just start off and give a little cut, and then I've pull out about right here. Alright, so now I'm going to try that on my neck and see how that fits right there. Alright, so I've cut my parachute cord, threaded that through the Kydex sheath of my knife here. And actually this is pretty good right there. I want that thing to sit about right there, I think. We'll go ahead and do our little fasten this up, and I'll show you how to do that. A few minutes will be done. Okay, the items that you're going to need in order to do this little project are some crimp connectors that electricians use for crimping ground wires. And you can buy those in a little pack or a box like this. And they look like this right here. They have a kind of a bell end or a flared end on one end. And they're steel, and you just crimp them with some crimp pliers. The other thing you're going to need is some heat shrink tubing. And it's just a plastic tube that when you apply heat to it from a heat gun or even a blow dryer or something like that, is when it gets hot, it shrinks down and shrinks down tightly around what you've got it around. So that's what we're going to use to get all this stuff together, and that's kind of how it shrinks down around your crimp connector right there. Okay, so once we've got one side on here, then what we've got to do on this cord is we've got to string on there the things that need to be on there, because once we put it through the hole and everything, you won't be able to slide anything on it. So what we need to do is, of course, now on this one I already put the one shrink tube on there just to show you, but I'll just show you. Just pretend that's not on there, okay? So normally you want to add your two shrink tubes you're going to need, and then what you want to do is you want to add your steel crimp connector, and you want to put it on with the bell end towards the end, okay? And then we just shove it through the hole in the neck knife or sheath or whatever it is you want to hang on here. This is just a piece of plastic here, and then just like we showed before, just kind of bend over like that and let that end kind of go into there, and you look and you watch for it to come out just a little bit on that end, just barely, not much. Mainly as long as it's to the end, that's alright. Then we can just crimp it. That's it. That's all we got to do. Now we're ready to proceed. Okay, so now we've got our cord through the hole. We've got our little crimp connector on there. Now what we want to do is we want to crimp that down, and you can use whatever you want. I like to use a pair of crimp pliers here, made just for the purpose, but doesn't really matter that much. And I just put the little nipple part of that sticks down, squeeze a little bit, and as you can see right there, it's dimpled in. This thing will never come out of there, and all you got to do is the same thing to the other side, and then we'll shrink tube it and we're good to go. Okay, so now we just slide our shrink tubing up over the little crimp connector, and I like to push it just a little bit past that bell end, just a tiny bit, and you can just kind of feel it with your fingers. And then when it shrinks down, it'll kind of shrink around that bell end, makes a nice secure connection there. So here we go with the heat gun. See that stuff shrink right down there, and I like to turn it around and kind of let it get warm on all sides so it shrinks down evenly. Okay, that's all there is to it. It's nice and secure. It's slim and trim. Very nice. Comfortable little neck cord for whatever you want to hang around your neck. I like mine for my neck knife. So Perry Peacock with Wilderness Innovation with a little tip for you.